Dude, do your homework, otherwise you will fail. Come on. Come on, brother, study hard if you want to pass your exams. You have to get good grades if you want to work at a prestigious company. The family will be proud of you if you pull through this interview. You have
Come on, brother,
will
we're
be proud of you
otherwise
if you
you will
pass your
fail.
exams.
Come on.
Stop it already. Be ambitious, they said. What does ambitious mean? Is ambition a good thing, or is ambition killing us? All of these questions do we battle with subconsciously. So it's time we put an end to it. Ambitions have been an ever-present theme in my life growing up. I was brought up in a family and had relatives that took pride in being ambitious and were preaching all the time about achievements. But me and my brother, had to constantly reimburse that family image by doing different school competitions on math and other science subjects. I won't lie, getting a nice, firm pat on the back and being verbally praised by family friends felt very nice and fuzzy. Kids were show-off objects. Look at my boy, he done good. It was a perpetual competition between family, friends, children. And who do you think was the one initiating it? Putting a gas on fire? Parents, of course. So ambition become a norm, putting yourself arrogantly above others.
Arrogance, ambition. You merely adopted it. I was born in it, molded by it.
Now think about all the pain that people go through trying to get rid of that poisonous mindset after being constantly fed by it. I don't mean that I have zero ambitions today. I will explain it later. So what does ambition really mean? Ambition is a devotion to do or accomplish something, to strive for success or distinction. It consists of that object that you are striving for and self-encouragement to get there, by being persistent and overcoming failures with a solid determination. Ambition is promoted as a positive trait in this materialistic world that we live in. Heck, even dating requires because not having ambitions almost means that you are a slacker, a couch potato, and no one wants to have that in their lives, right? So let's dive deeper into where ambition originates from for many of us and try to understand if it's a good thing. Many are driven by ambition, oftentimes subconsciously of course, just because they long for approval of the surroundings, of the community and peers, a lack of self-worth and pure dedication to feel like somebody. That you will be someone to reckon with if you just show them that yes we can. 2. That mindset is really poisonous because it boils down to all the things that I talk about all the time. Low self-esteem and self-worth as a human being. I want you to just think about it. If you've ever find yourself alone on an island, would you still be ambitious? If you've ever find yourself to be the only person in the world, would you still be ambitious? Would it even make sense? Not having an understanding of the true meaning for your actions can make ambition to become a limitation of your consciousness. You draw your sense of worth lower than your ambition. It becomes you. Ambition for a worldly success and achievement is like making a contract, striking a deal with the devil himself, the ego. Every time you indulge in the makings of ego, you check out from the life for a moment. That moment can be a second or two, or can be several years to come. Although it's not like you are in that state all the time. Devoured by ambition, a person has to set another goal when the first one is reached. That person becomes restless and obsessed, constantly chasing something, trying to escape the true self. You have to stop and ask yourself, what is the purpose of my ambition? What and whom am I doing this for? Ambition itself shouldn't be your goal. It can only serve you as a means of achieving a great life full of experiences and memories. Ambitions is like a tightrope walking, or I learned a new one, funambulism. You have to be very convinced and knowledgeable in what you're doing. Make long preparations in beforehand, like experimenting with walking between trees, before you really decide to make an attempt on dangerous heights. One misstep and you are out. The fall consumes you. Ambitions is sometimes compared with greed, wanting more than necessarily. The difference though is that greed blinds you, gives you a tunnel vision on the objective, totally checks yourself out from the reality. How should one proceed though? Is ambition really killing us? Is it really bad for us? Not entirely. The key is to define the purpose for the ambition. The purpose has to come from the place of love and embracing the life itself. In other words, having a higher spiritual purpose for your actions. A purpose that hasn't any endpoint. True and healthy ambition should be about experiencing life, not thoughts or things. Ambition have to be created from detachment, a detachment from everything but life. Ambition expands with the consciousness if you choose to bottle it in by succumbing to the goal itself, neglecting integrity, intrinsic values, and the being itself, then that's what you're going to be left with till the end of time. A claustrophobic feeling of limbo. Ambition has to be defined out of domain of being to make your mind expand. What is being, you might ask? Domain of being, domain of doing. I have mentioned this term several times, so I'm planning to delve into this in a separate video. Concisely, being is living itself, the life, the human worth, the love. Doing, on the other hand, is practicality, assuming a role, becoming a tool for something or someone, not necessarily in a negative way. When you sit on a bench, gaze upon water, throw breads at ducks, it's a being. When you wake up 6 a.m. before work, go and do your job, then come home and watch TV, that's a doing. So what about my ambitions? I have aspirations to free myself from dependency. And to do that, I have to have plan, set up goals, and make sure to show up consistently so the wheel keeps rolling. If we to recycle the whole idea of ambition, no alleviation of suffering would occur. I would do no one a favor by not wanting a joyful life for myself. On the contrary, a world would have one more bitter soul walking around, a dead man walking. So my ambition is to inspire people to live a virtuous and serene life. As with everything in life, ambition has to be balanced by being mindful and aware of the purpose and the consequence. My ambition is to reduce suffering and enjoy life while doing that. My ambition is that you are better today than you were yesterday. Hussein out.